Okay guys, let me put you up top. Okay, so the lighting might not be the best because I'm just using my cell phone light and I'll get a little bit of light from the window. Power's out. So these are 4x12s and I've got 3 of them. And they're not quite level because my thing has these little dips, but for the most part we're just gonna, I want it to kind of flow from one to the other, and then when I do the edges and stuff and hang them, they'll be close enough. I'll leave about an inch or 2 between them and it'll be a set piece. Okay, so we're gonna do a white background. We're gonna leave some negative space, something that I normally do not do. The colors were chosen by Catherine at One Poor Soul. She has been amazing through this, and we're still not out of the woods, but she has been amazing just keeping in touch with me, keeping my nerves down, and helping. So she said green, pink, and blue. So we are doing Artist Loft Flow Acrylics Cobalt Blue. This is the first painting I will do with this paint. I just opened it, it's fresh. There is 1 drop of silicone in the blue. For the green, I did a crisp green and I added some metallic green flash color shift because I didn't quite like the tone of the green and I wanted some metallic in here somewhere. And then for the pink, I'm doing Diva Pink and I added some Extreme Glitter Hologram to the pink. I didn't add much, probably 1 part pink. No, 1 part hologram to like 4 parts of the pink. Nothing has silicone except for 1 drop in the blue. And then I made a cup of the white, which is also my Artist Loft's Flow Acrylic. So we're going to pour the white down, and then I think we'll either do the lemon squeeze or something like that to try to do. We'll do a drag. So if we do the lemon squeeze, probably be the best to do a drag with. The drags work really good. It's kind of a swipe and drag, I guess you would call it, but they've been doing really good. They've been giving me sales even without anything added. And I just needed some therapy today. Today's been a rough day. Can't vocalize all of it because we're not alone. So check out the description of the video because I just can't vocalize everything. What I can say is it has been a very eventful day. A lot has happened and we have company. My nerves are shot. The yard is flooding. We have quite a bit of standing water at this point. Evacuation was not possible. Over half of the roads down here are completely closed, most of which are going in and out of this tiny little town we stay in. We then had to go out in the storm to pick up somebody, and so that happened. And then some people had left a dog on a really short chain, probably not even 6 foot, surrounded by water with no real shelter. They just left. Like, they pretty much evacuated and left their dog chained up outside on the ground. No food or water. You could see its backbone, its ribs. And so I called it in, and I was pretty much told that there was not enough resources for them to worry about saving animals at this point over human life. So I did, because That's just me. I'm not going to leave an animal out in this. So now we are 12 dogs and 2 cats here with flood levels, and me and Bill and Bill's mother with the flood levels the way they are. Not ideal, but we're here. So, but anyway, I was really stressed and I needed some art therapy, and I said I'm going to my art room with or without power and making it work. So this is me making it work. Try not to get too much on my hands, just because, you know, no water. So that's a factor. I hear Bill with the emergency radio. I have been able to charge my phone in the vehicle with the car charger, and then charging it with the 9-volt battery when necessary. There's just a few spots that are not covered, and I'm just going to take those and pour a little more paint on, and it'll just self-level at some point. Okay, so we're just going to pour a little bit more paint where I can still see the canvas. Because I will need some paint to run over all of the edges at the end. So we're just going to let that do. And then I'm going to the lemon squeeze, which of course is no water, so have not washed it yet. And I think we're going to just try to move this. And I'll try to start it in one corner, and I think I'm just going to, I don't know if I just want to do one swipe and leave that much negative space, or maybe swish up a little and then swish and then swish. I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll just do a swish. So I'm going to put a little bit of extra white right here. And we have blue. I'm going to put the pink against the blue because maybe it'll give us some purple, maybe. And the green. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to go up. And swoosh. I wonder if that's enough paint. Okay. Need to find somewhere to sit. Nowhere to sit anything. Okay, so now we're going to torch. And then we're going to set the torch down, and we're going to tilt each one of them slightly. We still want it to kind of cover the edges in a minute. I'm just going to tilt up see it to see if it's even moving. Tilt down. Okay, now tilt this way. Need to cover that space that's not got any paint. Those still kind of line up. I'll cover the edges in a little bit. Okay, and this one. So sorry you guys can't see all this, but I had to tilt where I can. Okay. I'm still not happy with the green. Like this one I like, I just don't, that's just a lot of green. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it feels like a lot of green. Okay, so I'm gonna get some of this and pour a little bit of white down here so I can stick my hand in it without sticking my hand in the cup, because this isn't rolling over the edge yet. Okay, and just paint the edges white right here. Need some white right here. And pretty much anything where the edges are white that I can't get to right now, like in the center, I'll probably just go ahead and do those later after it dries. Because I can just take any white paint to it. Because this whole edge needs done in white. So I'm just going to do the parts that need color. Like right here, I need some of this blue. And right here, the blue and green. Okay, so I'm going to wipe my hands off and I will torch it one more time, then bring you guys in for a close-up. Oh, yeah, torch it one more time. I was about to bring it in. Looks pretty decent. I really like these cells coming up right through here. This one's probably my favorite, except for this piece here. This side is, and this up here. I'm not too fond of the center one. But here we go. 3 of them. I'll start down here on the first one. So, and see that connects to there, like that, and then that connects over. There's just a lot of, I don't know, the green's just not quite my kind of green. And there's some blues. I really like this center one that's got the like pink line in the middle right here. I like this all the way up. I really like that. Especially right there at the top. Look at those cells. Love it. Okay, so that's the whole piece. I will put other information in the description. And this is Brittany coming to you live from Hurricane Florence in North Carolina.